Hey, young world, what's up? It's Friday, May 9th. Sorry, Friday, May 9th. And this is episode number 8. Post number 8. I don't know if it's episode, but post number 8. So it's funny, I've been doing this for 2 months. And the reason why I started to do this was to just see how I could improve, see how I could change my delivery, see how I could become a better speaker, a better, communicate my thoughts in a more succinct manner. So that's why I started it. And 2 months in, I've been looking back at my videos to see how I've improved, and it's working. I'm achieving what I need to do. I'm only trying to record these for about 10 minutes and then post them. And it's more for me than it is for anybody else, but share my wisdom, share what I know, share what I think, and take it from there. So anyway, Friday in May, early May, and what I wanted to talk about today, I always write notes, but then just kind of go off the top and see where it takes me. But I do write down general notes. And the first thing I wrote down was, you absolutely have to, or I absolutely have to, love myself. And that goes for you too. You have to love yourself. It's critical. It's everything. If you don't love yourself, then how is anyone else going to love you? So regardless of what happens, regardless of any situations, regardless of anything, really, you need to love yourself underneath it all, and believe in yourself, and that all goes together. And I've always known in it, but it's really hard to, for me, it's really hard to put into practice. I also do a lot for people. I put a lot of people first, and sometimes I neglect myself. So anyway, yeah, love yourself. And there's a song, actually. I'll put a link in the bottom to both Hey Young World from Slick Rick, the name of what I've been recording. And I'll put a link to that because I think that's a cool song. And then there's a Ziggy Marley song called Got to Be True to Myself. It's a cool song. It's a fun song. It's light. It's like upbeat. But I always, whenever I hear that song, I'm always like, yeah, you do have to be true to yourself. You do have to, like, look out for yourself and stand up for yourself and all that sort of stuff. But ultimately, like, you only know what's going on with you, and you have to love all that. And regardless of, like people say, warts and all, like good, bad, ugly, you still need to be able to be true to yourself and love yourself. And I think that's all goes together. So that's the first thing. So Ziggy Marley, Got to Be True to Myself. Cool song. Obviously, Ziggy Marley is son of Bob Marley, who's, I think, one of the best musicians and philosophical thinkers and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, comes from a long lineage of Marleys, royalty. So check it out. And anyway, speaking of, I said royalty, but loyalty. Sticking with the people that have supported you, that are your people, that are in your corner. I think that's important, and I think you need to be true to yourself, but you also need to stick with the people who've always been there for you and always stuck by you. And with that, it's Mother's Day this Sunday. So so happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, and hopefully everyone can celebrate and have a great time. So Mother's Day Sunday should be fun, and I'm going to go see my mom. And the next point I wrote down, each day is a gift, and that is true. Each day you need to take advantage of of everything and act like it's your last day, and really just enjoy everything, and focus on what's going on in front of you today, and then not look too far back and not look too far forward. Just kind of stay present. And everyone always talks about staying present, but I find that it's not as easy as it sounds. Just stay present. Well, yeah, but there's a lot of things that are come up and try to derail that. So yeah, each day's a gift, and stay present. Make the most of it. Make it count. I've heard that one. That's resonated with me. Like, make it count. Don't just go through the motions. Like, make sure you're doing what you want to do, and you're taking advantage of everything out there, and you're doing it your way. Yeah, Frank Sinatra, My Way. Classic tune, classic song. Frank Sinatra certainly did it his way. So yeah, and the last thing I wrote down is be you. So love yourself, loyalty. Each day is a gift. Make the most of it, and then just be yourself. Because there's only one of you, and no two people are the same, and you have to be yourself, and then be true to that, and then also don't try to be like other people. Don't be jealous of people. Don't think people are better or worse than you. It's just they're people, and they're doing their thing, and you're a person, and you're doing your thing. But you really need to be yourself, and that's critical to everything. I think being yourself, and then even the next step of that being yourself, from my perspective, is I want to stand out. I don't want to fit in. I don't want to just be like everyone else. I want to be me. I want to put my perspective out there. I want to do what I think is right, and not just go with the crowd and whatever, because that to me is boring and not the way to live life. Because then you're just a follower, and you're not a leader, and you're not in charge of your own life decisions, all that sort of stuff. And that all needs to be like conscious, and that all needs to be at the front of your brain, because otherwise, if you don't consciously decide that, then like your subconscious is going to take over and do what it wants. And that's probably different than what you want, because subconscious is try to keep you safe and keep you boxed in, and playing small and conservative and all that sort of stuff. And that's not how you grow. That's not how you develop. That's not how you become, reach your full potential, be who you're supposed to be, all that sort of stuff. You don't do that by staying stagnant and just doing what you've always done. That doesn't get you where you need to go. That doesn't get me where I need to go. So yeah, you need to be yourself. I need to be myself, and I need to do it the way that I think is right. And obviously, you stick by people, and you hear everyone's input, but at the end of the day, you just got to do it the way that you think is right, and do what you think is right, and then stay true to that, and don't ever compromise that, and don't ever change that, because you'll not be happy, and you'll be not following who you're supposed to be, and being true to yourself. And back to Ziggy Marley. Yeah, so check that song out. Check out Hey Young World by Slick Rick, another cool song. Slick Rick's funny. He's the guy with the patch over his eye, like an 80s rapper with a patch over his eye. And he's a rap legend. And a bunch of rappers today like refer back to him as like one of the greatest. And I think he's from London. Yeah, but he's not from America, but I think he's an English rapper, which is funny. But yeah, he's got cool songs, and there's some cool stuff that he did in the 80s with like Dougie Fresh, and they both did like beatboxes and sounds, and They had Slick Rick had a real like different flow, different tempo that he would rap at. Even like in the early days of rap, he was different. He cut against the grain and did it his way, and his rap, his rhymes, his flow, his message is cool, I think. So, Hey Young World. That's why I named it Hey Young World. Okay, enough rambling. Happy Friday, happy weekend, happy Mother's Day, and see you later. Bye-bye.